Spotify Wrapped, yeah, baby! Welcome everyone to my 2025 Spotify Wrapped. Just want to say before we jump in, fuck Spotify, support small artists. There's a lot of issues with the Spotify company. I want to make clear I disagree with most of their decisions. However, there is no good alternatives. I haven't found none of them that were really any better to say. And I see you coming. No, I'm not giving any of my data to Apple. For new viewers that don't know me, I'm Coster7 and I recently just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everything. I make Deltarune videos pretty successfully and Minecraft videos less successfully. But I enjoy making both, and if you're interested in any of the two, make sure to subscribe. This is a one-off just for Spotify because I want to talk about my music. But I have a Deltarune video ready to be uploaded in a few weeks, so I'm not going to do more music content is what I'm saying. Anyway, jumping in straight away, 31,000 minutes of listening. That's an hour and a half per day, which is much less than I thought. There are days where I listen to 8 hours of Spotify just during class, pretty much. There's also a lot of days where I didn't even open Spotify, during holidays, for example, so I think that balanced it out a little bit. I have some friends who have 13k, 15k, 20k, so that's fine. But I also know some mad lad people who have 35, 40,000, 50,000, 70,000. I even have a friend who got 110,000 minutes. That's 20% of your year listening to Spotify. That's insane. Also want to talk about my genres. So I'm a DJ, so I'm mainly listening to electronic and hip-hop as well, so that you can see hip-hop, rap, and then the rest is just electronic, progressive house, slap house, hyper techno, really interesting hyper techno. I've gotten into it recently. I've enjoyed playing it a lot at clubs and parties. It's really cool to get people vibing. So just so you know what we're going ahead of, it's a lot of electro and a little bit of rap. This is my top 10 lifetime, but my top 5 of the year on Spotify. Again, electronica, hip-hop, and then and then at third, video game music. I'm not sure if I should be proud or embarrassed, but it's something that's really funny either way. I think rock is misgenred because the one rock I listen to a lot is 21 Pilots, but I listen to it for rap, not for the rock aspect of the bands. And in pop rap, I'm not sure where that's coming from. Maybe Kendrick has a few pop rap records, but I'm not sure. Top album, Stories by Avicii, just such a great record. That's not too surprising. What is surprising is that all of Avicii's album are in my top 5 of the year. And then you have Skrillex's record, that's just a great album as well. It got me back into dubstep, I had kind of fallen out of the loop, and this record got me back into it. I've been playing it a little bit at gigs and parties. It's really cool. And then Ren jumping in. I'm a huge fan of Ren. There was the EP this year, 66 Soul, which is really cool because it's also diving into electronic hip-hop, which is awesome. So honestly, deserve top 5 for Ren. Okay, I kind of want to dive a little bit into my standout singles for the year, and then we'll talk about my top artists, starting with this one, Chasing Paradise by Kygo. So I talked about Tropical House a little bit. This is pure tropical house energy. I love it. I'm also a fan of One Republic, a small fan, I agree. I haven't listened to most of their albums, and this is just great. It's reminding a lot of the Hold On Me that Kygo did last year with Sandro Cavazza. It's kind of like a follow-up to this track, and it's awesome. Next we have Damdola, and this is good. Damdola, big discovery of this year. Dreamin', kind of like tech house, techno track is really cool. And then Daya, the thing with Daya, I know her from that Chainsmokers song, Don't Let Me Down. She also did something with Alan Walker a few years ago, but every time she's using the upper half of her vocal range, and on this track she's going way lower down. You should be able to hear Daya sing this low more often because it's beautiful. And oh my god, this one. I woke up one day in February, late February I think, to this new Avicii song, and oh my god, I cannot tell you, that was beautiful. There was also a lot of drama, so basically Avicii died before this song was released. It was left as a demo, and then the Avicii's team completed the demo into a song that could be released. But the issue is that Avicii didn't finish the song, he only did the demo. So we have an Avicii song that was not made by Avicii, which is a shame because this has the potential to be the top 5 best Avicii songs of all time. I'm not even kidding. Sandro, this might be Sandro's best performance ever, but it's not an Avicii song, and it kills me because I love it. That one's really cool. So basically, David Guetta has kind of been fallen off. He was really big in the late 2000s, early 2010s, but the post-COVID era is not for him. And it's pretty sad to see the downfall. But for some reason, this one in particular stands out in the sea of mid-track that he's been putting out. I think the Sia feature is really saving it. So I think it shows that David Guetta isn't fully washed, that he still has the potential to do great songs. Okay, so this is the recent album, The Living Tombstone Rust, I think the name is the album. So Living Tombstone is known for their nerdcore songs like Five Nights at Freddy's and everything. This is a rock electro, and now that I think about it, maybe this is also where the rock part comes from. If you want to hear more from Living Tombstone ahead of just FNAF, this is a great place to start, and then you can explore much more of their albums. I really recommend it. Ooh, Eliox, yeah! So Eliox, I discovered this year, Austrian DJ that lives in Berlin, and there's a lot of DJs from Berlin and Germany that I knew before, like Bennett, Klaus, Lunax, all that genre of hyper techno. And in Eliox, I discovered through these other DJs, now my favorite hyper techno artist. Like, it's just great. I want to say this is perfect at parties. Like, this gets people pumping every time. Obviously, Armin is a big reference for like 20, 30 years now in the EDM scene. And in Pendulum, that I wasn't really familiar with their style, but this genre of DnB and hardstyle really interested me. This is just a great track. It got me to listening more hardstyle, and honestly, I enjoyed it. It's definitely not my favorite type of EDM, but it's really cool still. First off, this is a one-drop song. Like, there's tension building up for the whole like 3 minutes something of the song. There's only one drop, but wow, what a drop. So Citadel, it's a French duo, I think. Martin Garrix came in to give the finishing touch. Honestly, it's a great discovery. I don't think I'll go very deeper into Citadel's discography, but that was really cool. It gives a one standing out track that I'm gonna go back on very often, I think. This is just pure nostalgia blast. Swedish House Mafia, they did it again, the fucking legends. I really like the fact that Swedish House Mafia, all the members are like doing their solo performances here and there, but they can still just come back together and produce a masterpiece. They're doing things together and as solo artists, which is awesome. Oh my god, this. Alright, Ian Asher is my discovery of the year. I'm so glad I know this guy, because this is awesome. It has a vibe of melodic DnB, if that's even a thing. It's really cool. It's not something I'd be playing at parties, because I don't think that's something you can vibe with 20 people. It's great if you want to vibe alone in your room, for example. So many good tracks by Ian Asher. This one is my standout, but I'd recommend you check out all of them. Okay, that one is a much more different vibe to it. Lost Frequencies was known for the album last year or 2 years ago, I think, All Stand Together, which was bass house oriented. There are some great hits. Where Are You Now, for example? Worldwide hit. That thing was insane. You've definitely heard the melody. Even if you don't know the song, I know you've heard this melody. More recently, he's leaned into more tech house vibe, and this is going even further. I have no idea where he's intending to go, if he wants to make a full tech house album, or if he's gonna go back to bass house eventually. I don't know, but I'm in for whatever he does, because it sounds awesome either way. Oh, and more tech house, perfect. Big fan of Kungs, by the way, and I'm so happy he's coming back. A quick story, he did in 2017 Layers, which was very tropical house, very chill oriented. 2022 there was Club Azur, which is more like progressive house, electro house, something more to be danced with, you know? He's coming back this year with this single Light Me Up with P-Now. First off, P-Now, awesome duo from Australia, I love them. And so yeah, he's leaning more into this tech house genre, and he's announced a full album, his third album, which I assume will be themed around this tech house style. It'll come out later in 2026, I forgot when, but I'm really hyped, and I'm really looking forward to it. Oh my god, I love this one, I love this one, I love this one. First off, huge fan of Stromae. So as I said, hip-hop and EDM are my favorite genres, and Stromae does electro hip-hop, hop. That's just perfect. The best from electro and the best from hip hop, all at one. But sadly, he peaked like 15 years ago, and I don't think we're getting him back. He did another album a few years back, but it just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't work. Recently, though, he's been really active. There was the Arcane song, Ma Meilleure Ennemie. That was great. And then there's this one, Que ce soit clair. First off, Kalkbrenner, German DJ, very influent, minimalist techno. He's been there for like 20 years. And then this duo is amazing. It's coming out of nowhere, but Stromae's voice is perfect for techno. When Stromae used to do electro, it wasn't techno, it was much more house oriented. I wish he had done a more techno style, and I wish he's gonna come back and try to do more of this techno style because it just works so well with his voice. This is also a really good one. So my favorite song of all time is I Only Smoke When I Drink by Nomino, and this was the first time I ever heard Nomino. I didn't think much of the artist because I was scared that this song would sound good but that the rest of his discography would not. And then he dropped this song Better, and I love it. He manages to stay on this in the same genre of synthwave, but makes every song different and yet feels similar. Absolutely recommend you check out the artist Nomino. London DJ, I'm pretty sure, so really cool. Okay, that one's a one-off. So I did look up into more discographies from the three artists. None of them really like convinced me, but this track alone is a great standout. Perfect mix of rap and electro. It's really fun to listen to. It gets addicting. I'm kind of sad that none of them really delve further into this electro rap style because there's a lot of potential. Okay, last one, AM to PM. So I really like Robin Schulz. He's done a lot of different genres, from stuff like dance pop all the way to tech house, techno, and kind of everything in between. This one is more progressive house, and it's really cool. I didn't know Zoe West that at all. West? I have no idea how to pronounce that. The track is awesome. It's really easy to listen. Progressive house, as I said. I don't know. Robin Schulz is kind of like the guy that can do every genre and will somehow sound good. Anyway, let's look at some artists. These are some artists that I want to highlight that are not in my top 10, but that I still think you should check out. What do we have? I'm trying to look at some artists I haven't talked about. Tyler and Kendrick, obviously, you have to check them out. This is great. We have like the French lineup. Daft Punk, Kavinsky, Justice. A perfect door to French electro. You should absolutely go there. What do we have? Nicholas D. Yeah, Nicholas D. I haven't talked to him that much, but really cool. He's more into like melodic techno. He's made an album this year of hyper techno, which is not really my type. There are a few standout singles that are cool, but it didn't really convince me overall. Timmy Trumpet, I haven't talked much about him, but he's really cool too. Offenbach, another French duo. Rehab is really cool. Tiesto is just a legend. Again, like 15-year, 20-year career as well. With that out, my top 10, my number one artist for this year was Avicii. I kind of clickbaited all of you, I agree. It's not Toby Fox, it's Avicii, sorry. 0.06% as well, that's pretty good. I think what's even more interesting is your lifetime artist, so this is my top 10 lifetime. Martin Garrix is kind of like, he's just here. He's not really insanely good, he's just fine. He's a great artist, he kind of goes everywhere, I listen to him on and off, so it makes sense that he ends up in here. Eminem is the GOAT, obviously. Toby Fox, well, yeah, like what do you want? The Fat Rat is, I listen to it on and off. I listened a lot like a few years ago, not much nowadays though. Going down the Weeknd as well is like not a rapper or an artist I listen to a lot, but he just ends up in my playlist eventually because it's really cool. So Ren, I talked a bit about them. Kungs, I talked about them. And then Imagine Dragons, I have no idea how they got here. It's not a band I listen to that much. My guess is that they've made a lot of features. There's like Imagine Dragons with Avicii, Heart Up On My Sleeve, with Kygo, Born To Be Yours, even a lot of things with rapper, like Enemy with JID, Believer with Lil Wayne, Radioactive with Kendrick. I think it's just they did a lot of featuring and collabs with artists I listen to. They kind of just snuck their way up there somehow. And then yes, Skrillex, I talked a bit about them with like the recent Fuck You Skrillex record from this year. So anyway, that's my wrap for this year. Not a lot of surprises overall, but some pretty cool things I could highlight. It also got me to like nerding out as like a DJ and just a music fan in general. Talking about my favorite tracks is always a cool moment. Thank you for listening. Deltarune video coming soon. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for 1000. It means a lot to me. And it also means that now I'm getting paid.